సాయిరామ్. మరికొద్దిసేపట్లో ప్రశాంతి నిలయంలోని సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపం నుండి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారాలను మీరు వింటారు. దయచేసి వేచి ఉండండి.
Sairam, dear listeners, live broadcast of the proceedings from the Sai Kulwant Hall at Prasanthi Nilayam will follow shortly. Please stay tuned.
సాయిరామ్. మరికొద్దిసేపట్లో ప్రశాంతి నిలయంలోని సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపం నుండి ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారాలను మీరు వింటారు. దయచేసి వేచి ఉండండి.
प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजे वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतो गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूवते धनुः शिवा शरभ्याया तव दयानो रुद्रमृडया या ते रुद्र शिवा तनोरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशे यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसे पुरुषं जगत शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत अद्य वोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमोदयेभ्योऽभिषक अहेगुश्च सर्वाजम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः अस्माकं रुद्रा अवितो दिक्षुश्रिता सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेडयेमहे अशो यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मेढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानो हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्तमुभयोरार्त्रियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवदत्यधनस्त्वं सहस्राक्षसतेषु ते निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्यन्दनुक्कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उता अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मेढुष्टमहस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय कृषिमते पदीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विनेक्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्नीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णभीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्ते सेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो पंचते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः श्रिताभिभ्यो जिगागुं सद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो न कञ्चरभ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वादिभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आदन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नम आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो स्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आद्यादिनेभ्यो विविद्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्त्रगं हदेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो घृश्चेभ्यो घृश्चपदिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रादेभ्यो व्रातपदिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहेतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः स्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वभ्यः स्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः सर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च वियुक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिविविष्टाय च नमो मेढुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय च पगल्भाय च नमो जगन्याय च बुद्ध्रियाय च नमः सोभ्याय च प्रतिशर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च अन्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चासुरताय च नमः सूराय च वविन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरोतिने च नमो भिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहीताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषु धिमते च नमः तीक्ष्णेशवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पत्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सोद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कोप्याय च भट्याय च नमो वर्षाय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्मियाय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ हर 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 ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमः ताम्राय च रुणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः तीर्थ्याय च कोल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः सस्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमः हिरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयणाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमः स्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गौहरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमो पगुरमाणाय च विघ्नते च नमः आक्षिदते च प्रक्षिदते च नमो वक्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्तेभ्यो नमः आनिर्हतेभ्यो नमः आमीभत्तेभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणाम् येषां पशूनां मावेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत या ते रुद्र शिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाह वेशजी शिवा रुद्रस्य वेशजी तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने शयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथा नः समसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृते क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं च योश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदस्याम तव रुद्र प्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मानो वदे पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीर्षः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीर्षः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वरिर्भविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोघ्न उत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधिज देव ब्रूयथा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विवर्हा स्तुहि श्रुतम् कर्तशतम् युवानम् मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामघव्यस्तनुष्वमेड्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया मेडुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिम् वसान आचरति नाकम् बिभ्रदागहि विकिरित विलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुम् हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृते सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्या तेषागुम् सहस्रयोजने वदन्मानि तन्मसे अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाश्रितिकण्ठाः सर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाश्रितिकण्ठादिवगम् रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयोऽपि शिखासक्तपर्दिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु विवतो जनान ये पथाम् पथिरक्षय ऐलभृदायभ्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रितावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्तिरे तेषागुम् सहस्रयोजने वदन्मानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्याम् येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नम् वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयम् दिष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितम् भोजम् भेदधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु यो ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे ताल्यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानव यजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनानेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि तमष्टुहि यस्य सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति वेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशो मनसाय रुद्रन्नमो भिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयम् मे हस्तो भगवान् अयम् मे भगवत्तरः अयम् मे विश्वभेषजो यगम् शिवाभिमर्शनः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहेशाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering my prayerful salutations at the lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai on behalf of the thousands of devotees from Odisha who have assembled here and the lakhs of devotees who are there in the state of Odisha. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, after 3 years of staying away from the divine land and from His divine presence, the devotees of Odisha have today got an opportunity to come back to their home, to come back to the lap of their beloved mother. We express our gratitude to you, Swami. During the pandemic, even though the entire world was in despair, we, the devotees of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, got spiritual strength and hope through this organization, through which we got an opportunity to connect with Him. Of course, we did not come to this holy land for 3 years as Parthi Yatris, but Bhagwan visited our state in multiple forms. During the COVID, we got to serve Bhagwan in many ways. To start with, food seva given to the migrants who were returning to their home state in the first phase of COVID, followed by opening of community kitchens to serve people who was sheltered in the community centers in various parts of the state, distributing Amrita Kalasham, grocery kits for a month to the poor and needy. And finally, during the second phase of COVID, Bhagwan gave every Sai family a chance to partake in the seva of Sai Prasadam, where packed food was being provided to the neighbors, to the neighborhood, to the people in the city, in the towns, in the villages who were afflicted with COVID and who families were afflicted with COVID and could not cook. They were being served not just by elders of the family, but even the children who took the opportunity to make small cards and encourage these people, these patients, to get well soon. So through this, Bhagwan gave us the opportunity to do Annadanam to Him. Apart from that, during COVID, Bhagwan also gave us an opportunity to open healthcare helplines and serve thousands of patients. Through oxygen concentrators in the second phase of COVID, we could reach out to hundreds of patients and provide them the much required oxygen supply in time. Apart from that, an oxygen plant was installed in one location of our state by Sri Satya Sai Seva organizations. Not just for the COVID patients, but also for the animals who were suffering during the COVID time and not getting their food. Our Sevadals went out through the program called Sai Karuna and served these animals. During COVID, we also got an opportunity to serve Bhagwan in Prasanthi Nilayam as Sevadals multiple times. As the COVID pandemic started settling down, there were hundreds and thousands of families which were displaced. Bhagwan again gave us an opportunity to rehabilitate these families through a program called Sri Satyasai Swabalambi, wherein we could rehabilitate the people who had lost their jobs, who had lost their earnings. We could rehabilitate them with machinery. We could rehabilitate them with equipments. We could rehabilitate them with financial support. Thousands of farmers were rehabilitated by providing them seeds and fertilizers. Most of all, we could rehabilitate them with the love and hope of Bhagwan. Even as the COVID pandemic settled down and we were getting ready to visit our Lord again, our state recently faced a flood in 10 districts in the Mahanadi basin. And our Sevadals are relentlessly working in those areas, serving those people who are marooned. But brothers and sisters, it is not one flood that we are facing. It is 3 floods that our state is currently facing. The first flood is the flood of service. During this flood, in the Mahanadi Delta, Bhagwan has given us an opportunity to reach out to the people who are marooned in these villages. Over hundreds of villages are cut off totally and waterlogged and surrounded by water. Over 100 Sevadal are reaching out every day, even as we speak. Every day they are reaching out to these villages. Every day we are supplying 2,000 to 3,000 packets of cooked food. We are supplying dry food, sai protein, and other required groceries for these villagers. And apart from that, Bhagwan's there's a drinking water project set up by Bhagwan in a small village in Puri district, from where pure, clean drinking water is packed by our Sevadals every day, taken in boats and supplied to these villages, where children, elderly, and all the people are able to partake this pure water. Of course, by Bhagwan's immense grace, Sri Satyasai Central Trust has sanctioned 10 such projects in various parts of Odisha to take forward Bhagwan's mission of providing pure, clean drinking water to every citizen of our country. Apart from this flood of service, from Guru Purnima, we are experiencing the flood of divine love in the form of Sri Satyasai Paduka Jatra. On April 24th this year, Bhagwan's divine footprints, the divine Padukas, were handed over to our state. And after worshipping Bhagwan in our state headquarters in Sai Janani in Bhubaneswar, on Guru Purnima day, on the auspicious day of Guru Purnima, Bhagwan has embarked on a yatra to each and every district of our state. Brothers and sisters, in the next 2.5 years, this yatra will be covering more than 10,000 villages in the state of Odisha, in each and every district of the state of Odisha. Not just humans, trees and shrubs, birds and animals, dust and stone, young and old, all are waiting in their villages for the darshan of our Lord. Swami often said, Inte intilo sai, inche inchilo sai. Today the devotees of Odisha are experiencing Him in every inch. We waited very long for you, dear Lord. And we are really enjoying your divine darshan during this Sri Satyasai Divya Paduka Yatra. So from the flood of service, we had the flood of love. And finally we have this flood of devotion. The floodgates of Puttaparthi have been opened again. And the devotees of Odisha have flooded Prasanthi Nilayam. Every year, we wait for this event of Parthi Yatra, when hundreds and thousands of devotees get to visit Prasanthi Nilayam and have darshan of their Lord. 3 years we could not come, but this year, more than 3,000 devotees, Parthi Yatris, 2,000 Parthi Yatris and 1,500 Sevadals are there in this divine land to take darshan of Bhagwan. So dear Lord, we are really blessed that you have given us not one flood, but 3 floods. Personally, brothers and sisters, as a state president, it is a great blessing for me to witness this love story every day. The love story between the Lord and His devotee. Just yesterday, I met 2 young boys who have joined Sri Satyasai Institute of Higher Learning. As I was speaking to them, I learned that these two boys were born in a small fishing hamlet in Ganjam district. Their parents were illiterate. Their Akshar Abhyasa was done by sisters and brothers of our organization. They went on to become students of Balvikas. They went on to study in schools and were tutored by brothers and sisters of our organization. And today they have grown from strength to strength and have got the opportunity to become students of Bhagwan. This indeed is the love story. Just a few days before we departed for our Parthi Yatra, one of our district presidents, who has come along with 250 devotees from his district, called and said, brother, we were taking 1500 packets of food to Parthi to offer to Bhagwan. But now that this flood has occurred, we would like to divert this entire thing to the flood victims. This thought, brothers and sisters, can only be instilled by Bhagwan. This is the love story that I'm talking about. This is the love story between the Lord and his devotees, which I'm getting to witness every day, which all of us are witnessing every day, and which indeed is a great blessing for all of us. At the end, I would like to conclude with a prayer to Bhagwan that, dearest Swami, please take us at your lotus feet. Whatever we are, however we are, we offer ourselves to you, and please make us worthy instruments at thy lotus feet. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Dearest Swami, just yesterday, while traveling to Prasanthi Nilayam, we walked down the memory lane of 2019 Odisha Parthi Yatra, and the fervor it pervaded. Oh, so majestic. After the three waiting of yearning with the vastness of your grace and love, Swami, we, your children of Odisha, have arrived at your lotus feet to offer our salutations and ourselves. We offer our reverential pranams at your divine lotus feet and seek your blessings for the 3-day Parthi Yatra 2022. Bhagavan, you are our Savior. You ensure our salvation. Our mind and heart sing your glory alone for you and only you, dear Sainath, dwell in our hearts. Devotion transcends language, community, race, and region. The devoted souls who serve the society charitably dance with the grace, swaying away to the melody, the marvel, the rhythm, those emotions so spontaneously expressed. The music and the message, Manav Seva is Madhav Seva, all so pertinent. The tribal dialect tuned into a fine flavor of folk culture, the dance of the soil representing the tribal district of Korafut from the state of Odisha have created niche for its originality. Dear divine audience, let's join these young dancers from the village of Machligura as they spread energy and add soul to the evening with their dance performance called Dhimsa on Sainath Murjibandhan. Sai Ram.
সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন মোর মন ভিতরে বসলা আছে শ্রী বাবা সাইনাথ জগত কাছে উদার করছি সে বাবা সাইনাথ সাই বাবা মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন মোর মন ভিতরে বসলা আছে শ্রী বাবা সাইনাথ জগতকে সে কল্যাণ করছি সে বাবা সাইনাথ সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সেবা করি বাকে কেবে তো পাসরা নাই কাই দাদা বড়ু কেবে তো পাসরা নাই মানব সেবা কাই মাধব সেবা বাবু কই দেলা আছে সাই কাই দিদি ভাট কই দেলা আছে সাই হে দুঃখী গরিবর সেবা করি বাকে কেবে তো পাসরা নাই কাই দাদা বড়ু কেবে তো পাসরা নাই মানব সেবা কাই মাধব সেবা বাবু কই দেলা আমর সাই কাই দিদি ভাট কই দেলা আমর সাই মোর মন মন্দিরের বসলা আছে শ্রী বাবা সাইনাথ জগতকে সে কল্যাণ করছি সে বাবা সাইনাথ সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাই বাবা পড়ি পড়ি তর বই মোকে তুই প্রভু বল বুদ্ধি দেবু পাপন করিবা পাই মোর সাই বাবা পাপন করিবা পাই দিন রাতি মুই সাই রাম গায়ে পড়ি পড়ি তর বই মোর সাই বাবা পড়ি পড়ি তর বই মোকে তুই প্রভু ভাল বুদ্ধি দেবু পাপন করিবা পাই মোর সাইনাথ পাপন করিবা পাই তুই একা মোর জীবন বাবা তোর বিনা কে নাই দুঃখী সেবা করি যাও জীবন তোর নাম গাই গাই সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন তুই একা মোর জীবন বাবা তোর বিনা কে নাই দুঃখী সেবা করি যাও জীবন তোর নাম গাই গাই সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন সাইনাথ মোর জীবন ধন তাকে ছাড়ি দেলে জগতে কাকে নাই করে মন
Shri Sai Ram. To have faith is probably the strongest tool of an individual. If one scans through the pages of world history, it is obvious to find the moments of happiness followed by moments of sorrow. These are the times when epidemics of pandemic proportions have spread worldwide, causing panic and grief among people, putting abrupt end to lives. We people attribute such catastrophe as divine dispensation resulting from the wrath of the Lord, and sometimes it is folly of man. The dangerous outbreak of coronavirus had spread its tentacles in India and several other nations, with a majority of population writhing in squalor. They say there is light at the end of every tunnel, but we don't know how long is the tunnel. It's only with Swami's relentless compassion and the untiring selfless service of his Sevadal helped many cross the tunnel and saved many from the jaws of death. The Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization was in the forefront to combat this menace by restoring to 3 R's, that is, rescue, recover, and rehabilitate. Under rescue, we identified the affected and brought them under our service net. Under recover, we provided cooked food and ration enough for a month along with vibhuti, and educated them to wear mask and provided other essential safety tips. This program is named as Sai Prasadam. Under rehabilitation, we extended a need-based financial and self-reliant assistance to the victims under the flagship project called Sri Sathya Sai Swavalambi. This very evening, the Sevadal of Raigada district will be presenting a drama depicting their journey during Seva and how Swami's unseen presence was felt by the Sevak and the Sevya. Dear Lord, with utmost reverence and gratitude, we invoke your blessings and offer the drama titled Face to Faceless under thy lotus feet, Swami. Jai Sai Ram.
पिता धर्म, पिता स्वर्ग, पिता ही परम तप, पितरी प्रतिभा परने, प्रियंते सर्वदेवता, Pancha Mahabhuta, please listen to me. O Dharma, O Yama, confer on me patience. O Dasadigopala, be the witness. O time, be the drashta. Please
Please forgive me. I have committed the sin of letting fire to the body of my father. The one who gave me this body, this life. Please forgive me, Father. Forgive me. Oh, Father, why did you leave me alone? Never did you think of my future. I have lot of hopes and desires about my life. Those have turned to dust. How can I support my family without you? Subhasis Bhaiya, my father is no more. He left me alone.
Yes. I came to know of this shocking news yesterday. In this turbulent period of dreadful corona, I am engaged in the task of collecting unclaimed bodies of persons succumbed to this highly infectious disease for their final rites.
What do you mean?
As you know, Rahul, I am working in a hospital. Just 1.5 months back, it so happened that I found an old woman crying for the loss of her husband, as none of her sons came to receive their father's body.
What did you do then?
I performed the final rites and collected the asthi and handed over the same to the old lady. From that day onwards, I have been in this task, and every day there has been ever increasing dead bodies in arithmetic progression of 5, 10, 15, 20, so on and on. Everywhere there was a sense of panic and fear. Time spared no one.
Indeed, it's a very tough job here.
Yes, Rahul. I have no other recourse but to continue doing this.
Brother, I'm confused and totally lost after my father's demise. Who will take care of my family? Who will look after my aged mother? And how shall I get married off my sister? Everything seems to be blurred and bleak.
Don't worry, Rahul. In Balvikas, you were told that Lord is the only support to one who has no support. So be brave and Swami will surely protect you.
I don't know why I am having a sense of fear. How long shall I be in this atmosphere of fear?
There is no use of thinking all this now. Have patience. Always remember what Swami said. Why fear when I am here? Therefore, have implicit faith in God. Everything disappears as mist disappears when the sun rises. Let us leave this place, Rahul. Come on, let us go.
अरे जल्दी दे दियो अरे जल्दी पैकिंग करो जल्दी जीवार अछि बड़ा कोन जानि परनो कि तमे हां जाओ चल चल ओहो पैंट कर भाई तो मास्टर के दिन मास्टर के भाई से साला टिके बढेला प्रभु ओहो जल्दी आस केते बार जीवार अछि ते बाल्टी का कोडे ना जल्दी है ना पैंट ढाल ठीक से साईराम
Brother, give dal in proportion to rice.
Oh, why do you bother about dal? Better concentrate on your salad.
Let each one do his own work, as all work is assigned by Bhagwan. In the food we offer, amount of protein seems to be very less. So why can't we add little more dal?
Do you say that green salad isn't deficient of vitamins and minerals? What I intend to convey you is, what you have distributed so far is food for the body. But now, we have to give some food for the mind. I don't think brother will have any objection.
Yes, everything has its own impact. Above all, Swami's grace and Sai Prasadam, which is consecrated by chanting of Brahmarpanam and sprinkling of Swami's Vibhuti.
What you say is correct, brother. The other day, Jyotiranjan was saying that whosoever gets Swami's Prasadam gets relief from Corona within no time.
Let us all work with that faith and utter the divine name of God.
Yes, brother.
Sai Baba Sakal Bhuvan ke Data Sai Baba Sakal Bhuvan ke Data Sai Baba Sakal Bhuvan ke Data Sai Baba सकल भुवन के दाता ओ साई बाबा सकल भुवन के दाता साई बाबा सकल भुवन के दाता रूप मनोहर कमला
Sairam brother, is everything ready?
Sairam! Welcome Hanuman, welcome. For a couple of minutes, you two join us. Everything will be ready.
It's my pleasure to serve.
Are the recipients of Swami's Prasadam doing well?
Better don't ask, brother. As of now, the situation is such that things are changing very fast. One is scared to come to the open. It's only Swami's Kripa that is enabling us to reach the society and serve it.
Brother, what about that Mausi whose children are abroad? Poor Mausa, admitted in COVID hospital.
Swami saved that 72-year-old Mosa. Of course, Mausi too was affected, but she could cure herself by consuming medicines at home. It is only Swami's grace that they were out of the jaws of Corona.
Then, should we give food packets to that house today?
Let our doctor brothers decide.
I think they're weak, old, and just recovered from the ailment. May not be in a position to cook. So let us give Sai Prasadam for the next 5 to 6 days. Okay. If they refuse to take, even then we should give. Would their children ask them to cook and eat if they were here?
Acha, what about that Subhasis, who it seems going to the cremation ground every day to cremate all those unclaimed dead bodies? He is collecting the asthis of each one and writing their names on them.
You are not able to see or meet him, but he is coming here every day.
Sairam! Sairam to all!
Sairam bhai, Sairam. You will survive for 100 years. He has special grace of our Bhagwan. What else, Subhashish?
What else can I say? You might have heard about Rahul, that Balvika student?
Oh yes, I heard. His father has expired. He's a very good boy. You all must have seen him singing melodiously in Akhanda Bhajan. Nobody can fathom the mystery of Bhagwan. No one knows in which direction the mankind is moving with the flow of time.
But in spite of all this, I would rather say that no one can measure the unfathomable depth of divinity of our Swami. His glory pervades over hills and dells, continuously showering His grace on this human race, offering a ray of hope in this catastrophic time by giving a testimonial of His revelation, His presence, His manifestation.
Is the vow of silence of Yogiraj over?
Listen, this is not the time to cut jokes. Rather, it's time for keen observation how Swami, even in the midst of fear, anxiety, and the dance of death all around, is able to give us divine assurance of why fear when I am here.
Manoj, I know your faith in God is unshakable.
Brother, not only me, but all of us should have firm faith in His divine sankalpa.
Manoj, what does it mean?
Khirod, how can one explain all that had happened in that small hamlet of Anugul district? Was it not His divine presence, infinite compassion, and His never-ending love for the humanity?
Manoj, I'm confused.
Let me tell you. That day, we were distributing Amruta Kalasam, and each of the beneficiaries came one by one and collected his or her shares. Suddenly, there was a voice from within.
Sairam brother, did Avinash Pradhan get Amrita Kalasam?
No, Bhaiya. Mousa happens to be here.
Then why delay? Distribute fast.
Yes, Sairam Mousa. In this bag, dal, rice, soybean balls, biscuits, tea packet, sugar, etc. sufficient for the whole month are given.
Don't get worried, Musa. Oil, matchbox and candles are also kept in this bag.
So now, you don't have to go out for getting rations.
Confine yourself to the house only. And please use soap, sanitizer and mask provided in this bag.
Let the Lord do good to you, Baba. For the last 3 days, there is nothing in the house. Poor old lady suffered a lot. You can have food only when you do work. This shopkeeper also. What a disease it is. That all are swept off their feet.
Yes, Mausa. Remain careful. This is highly infectious disease that spreads through contact or staying together. But do not panic. Keep your hands clean and maintain safe distance.
May God bless you, my son. God bless you.
Let's go to Godavari Malik's house now. Be quick, brothers.
Godavari Mousa, did you hear everything?
Now take all these things and stay home happily chanting Sai Baba's name.
Don't go outside and invite danger.
Yes, dear. Satya Sai Baba always keeps blessing us. Dear son, my name is there in your list. But what about Panchanan? Is his name also there in your list?
Acha Bimal bhai, is the name of Panchanan Mousa there in your list?
We had brought total 18 packets. And all are distributed. Panchanan. No, the name is not there in our list.
Please, Baba, give Amrita Kalasa to him also.
Okay, but where does he stay?
He stays alone in a hut near the village pond, down the field. No one is there to look after him.
Okay. We will certainly do something.
But what can we do? All the packets we brought are exhausted.
Nothing to worry. Let us first meet Panchanan Mausa today. If needed, I will give him Amrita Kalasam tomorrow.
Yes, Gopal. If need be, tomorrow I shall accompany you.
But his house is quite a distance from this place.
Distance doesn't matter, Mausa. Brothers, let us proceed to Panchanan Mausa's house by chanting Lord's name and find out if he needs our assistance or not.
भजो मधुर हरि नाम निरंतर भजो मधुर हरि नाम
भजो मधुर हरि नाम निरंतर भजो मधुर हरि नाम
सरल भाव से साई भजो
सरल भाव से साई भजो
मधुर भाव से बाबा भजो
मधुर भाव से बाबा भजो
हरि ही सुख है हरि ही शांति
हरि ही सुख है हरि ही शांति
हरि प्रशांति निवासी राम
हरि प्रशांति निवासी राम
हरि प्रशांति निवासी राम
हरि प्रशांति निवासी राम भजो मधुर हरि नाम
Panchanan Babu? Panchanan Babu? Are you at home?
It seems somebody is there in the house.
The other day, we inquired from the villages and prepared this list, but I don't understand how Panchanan Babu's name escaped from our notice.
Sometimes it so happens, Bhaiya.
All right, we'll make necessary inquiries and do the needful.
Sairam boys, what made you come again?
Come again? What do you mean, Musa?
Musa is pretty old, so he fails to understand perhaps.
Mosa, we are from Sri Satya Sai Seva organization, providing Amruta Kalasam to the needy.
I know everything. You boys had come a little while before and had given me a bag full of rations. I am alone. How much do you expect me to eat? What you have given me is sufficient for 2 months. How much a single belly can consume?
Huh? We had given a few hours back.
No, Musa. We have just come and meeting you for the first time. By mistake, we could not enlist your name.
Mistake? What mistake? You gave me one big bag full of ration. I could not lift it to my house. You, my son, you. You only helped me to bring the bag in.
Your bag? I helped you to lift?
You gave me that sacred ash and the beautiful picture of Sai Baba.
Musa has turned mad or what?
Musa, listen. We're coming to you for the very first time. But how do you say that we came before?
Do you say I'm telling a lie? Just come inside and see how all that you gave me are intact. Come. Even the sacred ash packet and Sai Baba's photo.
अखिल जगत के दाता साई.
Oh Lord, it's His miracle. The flow of Swami's grace cannot be described in words. Indeed, His love is unfathomable.
You are very fortunate, Mosa. Swami assumed so many forms and handed over the Amrit Kalasam to you.
My dear sons, I am unable to understand what you all are saying. You came and gave all the things to me. Again, why have you come?
Musa, it is our good fortune to come again and experience His miracles.
Bhagwan's ways of teaching are unique. We often say that we are doing service, but actually He does the service and gives credit to us.
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
And that day, we all came with tears in our eyes. Our minds and souls were full of praise for our omnipresent Swami.
Indeed, great is our master and great is his Leela.
Brother, get ready or else you will be late.
I am ready. I will leave as soon as the prasad packets are ready.
Yes, brother, they are ready. You have to put them in bags.
Yes, that is done. Let us chant Brahmarpanam.
This is only our power and strength. The least we can do is to offer our prayers. As Swami says, if you take one step towards me, I will take 100 steps towards you.
Very rightly said, Brother Subhashish. Swami also says, be it happiness or sorrow, one should never forget to pray.
Yes, I also pray Swami all the time. O Lord, one whose tongue has the taste of that nectarine prasad and the one who has heard of its efficacy be cured of the ailment.
Brothers, haven't all of us heard of the magic power of Vibhuti? We should never fail to give Vibhuti to the needy. Advise them to mix with water and take them.
Yes, brothers, I also do that. First I give Vibhuti, then prasad packet. Let me make a move, brother. I have to distribute Vibhuti in the neighborhood and advise all to consume Vibhuti mixed with water as a medicine.
Yes, please proceed, brother. But be careful. Keep your hands clean, maintain social distancing, and always use the mask.
Yes, brother, I will never forget these points. Along with all these, I also constantly chant Sai Gayatri.
Brother, may Swami always keep blessing you.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
At a time when no one is ready to come out of their house out of fear of death, it is not an ordinary task to go house after house distributing food material.
Are you still doing the seva of disposing of the unclaimed dead bodies?
I am not the doer. This strength comes from our Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I am just his instrument.
Instrument? Today time has made everyone as its slave.
Power of money, prestige, possession have all become insignificant today.
So all these powers have to surrender before the Almighty.
This may be Lord's Sankalpa.
No, it is not his Sankalpa. Swami is only giving answers to our questions. It is only his reflection, reaction and resound. For centuries we played with nature. Now being the epitome of creation, we have to reap the consequences. Do we ever imagine that an invisible virus can wrought so much havoc?
We have lot many things to learn from this nightmare.
Sairam, Sairam Mausi, here is your Sai Prasadam.
Wait, Sai Prasadam. You are doing your job with clock-like accuracy.
Sairam Mausa, when did you return from hospital?
Yesterday night I came, dear son. Oh, it was such a hardship. As you are getting this prasad every day, your mouth is still surviving. Otherwise, she would have left us long back.
No, Musa, it is not we. Bhagavan is doing it.
Yes, definitely, Sai Prasadam.
Musa, it is not my name. It is Sai Baba's Prasadam. During this COVID, many brothers and sisters belonging to Satya Sai Seva organization are engaged in preparing Sai Prasadam for the people not in a position to prepare their own food.
My dear son, you speak so sweetly that every word you speak is like nectar.
It is all right, Mausa. Take the prasadam and share it with Mausi. By the way, how is Mausi now?
She is all right, my dear.
Let me move then, Mausa. I have to distribute the remaining packets. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Sai Sarai Vidmahe Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayata Om Sai Sarai Vidmahe.
Though you have the necessary strength and courage, certain things happen that will shake you completely.
This may be a test.
Test? Who tests whom?
God tests man.
But how can we call it a test?
Yes, man tried to control everything but destroyed everything. Humanity is lost in the conflict of ego. What man invents, are they all essential for man?
If you ask this, many may call you conservative. Humanity is longing for luxury, but on the contrary, craving for ananda, which is the root cause of all evil.
Not only that, all are in a blind race. Can you get ananda in outer world?
Really? Can't man live a normal life?
Only if he is allowed to. Even if you want, nobody will let you live a normal life.
Everyone dreams to fly in the sky with unlimited desires. You are right. God has created this creation to share love, not to be burnt by the flames of desires.
Today, time has taught us the lesson: love all, serve all.
True. We will live by sharing the love Swami has given us.
Bhai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Is the morning prasadam distribution over?
Yes, it was done. But for the afternoon, we need 3 more packets.
No problem. It is another opportunity given by our beloved Swami. Let us go, otherwise we shall be late. After prayers, we shall start preparing Sai Prasadam again.
सागर है तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, लौटा
जाएंगे जहाँ से हम, चले जाएंगे जहाँ से हम। तो प्यार का सागर है, तो प्यार का सागर है। साई तुम ही प्राण सखा, तुम ही प्राण सखा। तुम ही हमारे माता पिता साई, तुम ही प्राण सखा, तुम ही प्राण सखा। सब है पराई तुम ही तो अपने, तुमने प्यार दिया, तुमने प्यार दिया। कहते ही रहेंगे सदा, कहते ही रहेंगे सदा, कि तुमसे हो न कभी भी जुदा, कि तुमसे हो न कभी भी जुदा। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है। तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम। तू प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है।
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
embodiments of love.
మీరు ఎక్కడ పోయినప్పటికీ నేను వెంట ఉన్నాను.
You may go anywhere, Bhagavan is with you.
మీకు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి బాధలు వచ్చినా నేను చూసుకుంటాను.
Bhagavan will take care of all your difficulties.
ధైర్యంతో దైవం యొక్క భావమును మీరు అభివృద్ధి పరచుకొని సేవల్లో పాల్గొనండి.
With all the courage and divine thoughts to serve the society.
కొన్ని నష్టములైనా కూడా పర్వాలేదు, మీరు సహించుకొని సేవలు మానుకోకుండా ఉండండి.
You may suffer certain losses but never give up service.
जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय 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 गणनायका, जय जय विघ्न विनाशका। जय शुभ मंगलदायका, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका। गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना, गजवदना गौरी नंदना। गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन, गंगाधर शिव शंभो नंदन। विघ्न विनाशका जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका जय शुभ मंगलदायका विद्या बुद्धि प्रदायका गजवदना गौरीनंदना गजवदना गौरीनंदना गजवदना गौरीनंदना गजवदना गौरीनंदना गंगाधर शिव शंभो गंगाधर शिव शंभो गंगाधर शिव शंभो गंगाधर शिव शंभो जय 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 गणनायका जय जय विघ्न विनाशका
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
हर 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 हराय 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 नमः
ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय 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 नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
हर 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 हराय नमः
हर 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 हराय नमः
ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय 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 नमः
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः
त्रिलोकपालिनी जगदीश्वरी त्रिलोकपालिनी जगदीश्वरी त्रिलोकपालिनी जगदीश्वरी त्रिलोकपालिनी जगदीश्वरी सदानंद रूपिणी साईश्वरी सदानंद रूपिणी साईश्वरी सदानंद रूपिणी साईश्वरी सदानंद रूपिणी साईश्वरी त्रिलोकपालिनी जगदीश्वरी
राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा
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 परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
जय परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
जय परम सुमंगल राम राम
राम राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा
जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा
परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
परम सुमंगल राम राम
जय परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
परम सुमंगल राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम 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 हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे गुरु नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे गुरु नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे बाबा सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे बाबा सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे अल्लाह ईश्वर साई हरे गुरु नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे नानक यीशु बुद्ध हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सौराष्ट्र महावीर साई हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे बाबा सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे बाबा सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे राम हरे साई कृष्ण हरे
Sai Krishna Hare Sai Krishna Hare Ram Hare Sai Krishna Hare Ram Hare Sai Krishna Hare Sarva Dharma Priya Sai Hare
Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma 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 Satyam Brahma Jnanam Brahma Anantam Brahma Anantam Brahma Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Satyam Brahma Jnanam Brahma Anantam Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्व प्राणपति स्वामी सर्व प्राणपति आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमो मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ओ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम। जय जय सद्गुरुदेव।
गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Om Shri Sai Ram. Invoking Bhagwan's divine blessings. Tomorrow is the second day of the 3-day Parthi Yatra by the devotees from Sri Satya Sai Seva organizations, state of Odisha. Tomorrow's morning session in Sai Kulwant Hall will commence at 8 o'clock with Veda Chanting, offered by the Mahila devotees from Odisha. At 9 o'clock, bhajans will be offered by the devotees from Odisha. The morning session in Sai Kulwant Hall will conclude with Mangala Arati at 9:30, followed by Bhagwan's Divya Darshan. Tomorrow's evening session in Sai Kulwant Hall will commence at 4:30 with Vedam chanting, offered by the gents devotees from Odisha. At 5 o'clock, the Balvikas children from Denkanal district will be offering a dance presentation, followed by a music program offered by the Sai youth from Odisha. The evening session in Sai Kulwant Hall will conclude with bhajans and Mangalarati, followed by Bhagwan's Divya Darshan. Jai Sai Ram.
ఓం శ్రీ సాయిరామ్. స్వామివారి దివ్యానుగ్రహ ఆశీస్సులతో శ్రీ సత్యసాయి సేవా సంస్థలు ఒడిశా రాష్ట్రం నుండి విచ్చేసిన భక్తుల 3 రోజుల పర్తియాత్రలో రేపటి 2వ రోజున సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలో ఉదయ కార్యక్రమం 8 గంటలకు ఒడిశా రాష్ట్రానికి చెందిన మహిళా భక్తులచే వేద పఠనంతో ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. 9 గంటల నుండి ఒడిశా రాష్ట్రానికి చెందిన భక్తులచే భజనతో కొనసాగి 9:30 మంగళహారతితో ముగియను. అనంతరం స్వామివారి దివ్య దర్శనం. సాయి కుల్వంత్ సభా మండపంలో రేపటి సాయంకాల కార్యక్రమం 4:30 ఒడిశా రాష్ట్రానికి చెందిన పురుషులచే వేద పఠనంతో ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. 5 గంటలకు దిన్కెనాల్ జిల్లాకి చెందిన బాల వికాస్ చిన్నారులు ఓ నృత్యంను సమర్పిస్తారు. తదుపరి ఒడిశా రాష్ట్ర సాయి యువత ఓ సంగీత కార్యక్రమాన్ని సమర్పిస్తారు. రేపటి సాయంకాల కార్యక్రమం భజనతో కొనసాగి మంగళహారతితో ముగియను. అనంతరం స్వామివారి దివ్య దర్శనం. జై సాయిరామ్.
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्य सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे 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 सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् 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 ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे 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 सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ